Ask anyone to name all the cryptocurrencies they know, and the first two out of their mouths are Bitcoin and Ethereum. Of these two extremely popular coins, Bitcoin will be, more often than not, the first digital currency they could think of. Today in this video, we're going to be taking a critical look at both cryptocurrencies and come to the decision as to why Ethereum is better than Bitcoin. Are you vehemently shaking your head in denial? Are you intrigued, and do you want to know why I said that? Why don't you stick around till the end of this video as we walk you through our reasoning? When cryptocurrency started, it was just one coin against the world. As time passed and the idea of a digital currency became a lot more appealing to a lot more people, more cryptocurrencies joined the game. Today, there are over 1,600 cryptocurrencies available on the market. Of the over 1,000 cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, the pioneer of cryptocurrency, and Ethereum have managed to dominate the charts. Ethereum and Bitcoin. According to Forbes back in 2018, Ethereum might eventually take over the top spot from Bitcoin. This prediction was made citing the aggressive growth of the platform. The question now is this: how does Ethereum measure against Bitcoin in terms of features, uses, and so many other qualifiers? Milton Friedman, a Nobel Prize winner in economics, once predicted in 1999 that as the internet grows, it would be a major driving force in reducing the role of the government. He also thought that the one thing missing for that to happen was reliable electronic cash. Well, would you know it? Just as he predicted, cryptocurrency was born. We all know that cryptocurrency works in a rather similar fashion to fiat or normal currencies such as the dollar or the euro. Fiat currency is any form of currency that is not a cryptocurrency. The major difference between cryptocurrencies and fiat currencies is the decentralization of cryptocurrencies. Without a central authority such as a bank or government controlling them, cryptocurrencies work in a rather democratic fashion. This means that changes are made to the cryptocurrencies on the consensus of the majority of those who use the cryptocurrency. Bitcoin was released in 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto as a cryptocurrency that allows people to send and receive money all around the world. With Bitcoin, the payments are secured using cryptography, and the identities of both the sender and the receiver are kept anonymous. Bitcoin also has a very low transaction fee, especially when compared to traditional financial institutions. Ethereum, on the other hand, was created in 2015 by Vitalik Buterin as a cryptocurrency that provides Ether tokens. It is equivalent to Bitcoin in the Bitcoin network. Ether is used to build and deploy decentralized applications whose back-end code is placed in a distributed peer-to-peer network. Ether can also be used to pay for services rendered like the computational power required before a block can be added to the blockchain, and to also pay for transactional fees. Similarities and differences. In a lot of ways, Ethereum is quite similar to Bitcoin, but there is one huge difference between them. Ethereum's blockchain is programmable. This means that not only can the blockchain be used for monetary transfer, it also has a range of other digital asset applications. These digital asset applications include applications, games, financial services, NFTs, and get this, even Bitcoin. Ether and Bitcoin work in a very similar fashion, and they both can be used for peer-to-peer payments, where Bitcoin serves as a replacement for fiat currencies. Ether can be used to create smart contracts, which work in such a unique way that when a specified set of predefined rules is satisfied, a certain output takes place. The miners of both Bitcoin and Ethereum can validate their transactions with the proof of work and the proof of stake methods. Proof of work allows miners to try to solve a complicated series of mathematical puzzles to be the first to add a block to the blockchain. Proof of stake allows a miner to validate or mine transactions in a block based on how many coins he owns. The more coins a miner owns, the more mining power he will have. Bitcoin rewards every miner who adds another block to the blockchain with 12.5 Bitcoin. The reward will be halved every 210,000 blocks. The halving process took place in 2020, which reduced rewards from 12.5 to 6.25 Bitcoin. Ethereum awards its miners or validators with 3 ethers every time a block is added to the blockchain, and the reward is not halved. Bitcoin has an optional transaction fee selection. You can choose to pay the miner more money for special attention, to your transaction, but the transaction will go through even without the fee. Ethereum, however, requires you to provide some Ether for a successful transaction on Ether. The Ether offered will be converted to a unit called gas, which drives the computation and allows your transaction to be added to the blockchain. In Bitcoin, the average amount of time it takes to add a block to the blockchain is about 10 minutes, while for Ethereum, it is only about 12 to 15 seconds. The hashing algorithms used by these systems to maintain their privacy and ensure security are SHA-256 and Ethash for Bitcoin and Ethereum, respectively. Bitcoin has 17 million Bitcoins, while Ethereum has 101 million Ethers available. Although Ethereum has easily crossed the 100 million mark, Bitcoin has a higher market capitalization of $110 billion, while Ethereum's market capitalization is only $28 billion. Which is the better crypto? To answer that question, you have to first know what you desire out of cryptocurrency. Your requirements will guide you into deciding which of these two popular cryptocurrencies work best for you. Bitcoin works better as a peer-to-peer transaction system, but Ethereum should be your go-to when you need to create and build distributed applications and smart contracts. Bitcoin has a lower coin supply when compared to Ethereum and is more liquid, but Ethereum has better technology and provides more usage options than Bitcoin. Unlike Ethereum, with an infinite supply of Ether, Bitcoin only has a limited number of Bitcoins available. Remember that Bitcoin is a currency, while Ethereum is a platform. Bitcoin is also more secure than speed-oriented, unlike Ethereum that has its speed as a major advantage. It is pretty obvious that Bitcoin and Ethereum are created to solve different purposes, a huge fact that cannot be overlooked. Unlike many people who will think Bitcoin and Ethereum are the Coke and Pepsi of cryptocurrency, they couldn't be more wrong. They are just like Coke and McDonald's, or apples and oranges, two incomparable items. In the words of Alex Edelman, the CEO of Lolly, when people compare Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's a bit like comparing gold and electricity. They are both valuable, but have very different uses. While they are both the biggest cryptocurrencies in the market today by market capitalization, there is very little that binds them together. Bitcoin and Ethereum are completely different ballgames that are developed for totally different reasons and have completely dissimilar internal dynamics. Which crypto is the better 2021 investment? As the 11th of May, Bitcoin was up 98%, topping over $57,000, which is an impressive 30% gain by the S&P 500 index during that same span. Impressive as this figure might be, it holds no weight when compared to what is dubbed the second largest cryptocurrency. Ethereum's growth, on the other hand, is a lot more impressive. According to CoinDesk data, Ethereum has experienced a staggering 434% growth to just over $4,000 in the 5 months of this year alone. This 4 times higher growth just indicates that Ethereum is making a lot more grounds than Bitcoin. Why does Ethereum seem to be doing so much better than Bitcoin, you might ask? Well, this is because of the sudden attention that investors like Mark Cuban are calling to the cryptocurrency, hailing it for its ability to process more transactions per second than Bitcoin. Bitcoin may be the lead, but in a fast-paced world such as ours, speed always wins. You see, while the more popular cryptocurrency steals the entire spotlight as well as the lion's share of the headlines, its contemporary is leading the charge by a huge margin. By many accounts, the Ethereum year-to-date growth has been considered meteoric, a sentiment that is further cemented when it's compared with Bitcoin. This growth is quite impressive for the second-place coin that always seems to lag behind the more popular cryptocurrency. However, if James Quinn, the managing director of Q9 Capitals, a Hong Kong cryptocurrency private wealth manager, is to be believed, what we are witnessing now is the rising of the underdog, and Ethereum might finally be stepping out of the long shadow cast by the first of its kind. It seems to Quinn that Ethereum is finally catching up to the gains that Bitcoin experienced in late 2020. Quinn is also of the stance that the greater push towards the decentralized finance where the transactions take place outside of traditional bank structures is also a factor that has led to the rise in Ethereum prices that we are now seeing. A good comparative measure is to pit these two cryptocurrencies against gold, the well-known, widely accepted haven asset and portfolio diversifier. It is quite interesting to note that cryptocurrencies are also used to diversify portfolios and used as a hedge against fiat currency inflation, according to Business Insider. In September 2019, the Bitcoin gold peaked at 61.1. This means that at that time, one Bitcoin was worth the same as 61.1 ounces of gold. But as time passed, the process of gold rose and the Bitcoin gold ratio shrunk throughout 2020 to well under 50. According to a report by Bespoke's Morning Lineup, the Bitcoin gold ratio now sits pretty at 1.83. Ethereum is the go-to option for many because it has unlimited use cases, whereas Bitcoin is only limited to tackling banking and payment issues. While Bitcoin might indeed have a better market position, which Ethereum is fast catching up to, Ethereum has much more. It has got better technology and bigger potential. The choice of picking between Bitcoin and Ethereum boils down to the risk profile of the investor. Both cryptocurrencies will probably perform well as time goes by and the world becomes ever more digital and cryptocurrency is accepted by all. Bitcoin is the more mainstream and stable of the two coins, but experts agree that Ethereum seems to have grown a lot over the past year and is liable to continue growing. As with most investments, the higher risks associated with Ethereum may bring with it higher rewards. The case for Ether. Ethereum is fast becoming the favorite cryptocurrency for investors because its platform is constantly evolving to adapt to the current needs of the people. Investment in Ether is now touted to be betting on the future of the blockchain platform. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are the one-of-a-kind assets of the digital world, the Mona Lisa, if you will, and they are worth millions. Digital artist Mike Winkelmann, also known as Beeple, auctioned off his NFT art called Every Day, the First 5,000 Days, for a jaw-dropping sum of $69 million. The NFT was hosted at no other place but the Ethereum blockchain. The blockchain is well known for hosting NFTs such as that, and the fact that Beeple was paid in Ether just further pleads a favorable case for Ether and Ethereum in the markets. NFT is just one example of the varied and unlimited possibilities of Ethereum. It also allows users to trade assets, borrow and lend money directly without having to break the banks. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Do you need more reasons to prove that Ethereum is better than Bitcoin? If you learned something, why don't you let us know by hitting that like button? You should also subscribe to the channel for many more videos like this.